Hello students, I hope all of you started making use of the equation m proportional to I square RT, where m is the marks that you are going to get in the coming board examination, I is the square of your interest, R is the frequency of your revision, and T is the time that you spend with your books. Today, I would like to give you some other tips to overcome the habit of procrastination. First of all, we can discuss about what is procrastination. Procrastination is the habit of postponing or delaying things to tomorrows. It is a chronic problem faced by our students' community. It is there in every walks of life, but its after effects will be more alarming if it is there among our students, because you students, you are on the way of your journey and you did not reach your destination. Procrastination is not a disease, it is more about decision making. One part of your brain want to start preparation for the exam, but the other part of your brain want to postpone it for tomorrow's. The other part of your brain will say, okay, take rest today, watch TV or play some games or hang out with your friends, and you can start it tomorrow, you have many days remaining. Again tomorrow, the other part of your brain will tell you the same thing, and you will keep on postponing until the very last seconds. This happens because of mainly three reasons. Sometimes the task may be overwhelming. In the coming board examination, you have to learn too much things, too much concepts in physics, chemistry, bio, mathematics, many other subjects. And sometimes the task may be unpleasant for you and there is nobody there to push you towards your work. Sometimes you don't know where to start, how to start your work. And finally, the after effect will be what? The last moment, the time will be almost finished, you are very near to the exam, you don't have enough time for preparation, but the reality is in front of you. The reality is the board examination, and you must have to face that examination, but you don't have enough time for preparation. So you are at the peak of anxiety, nervousness, tension, and you started thinking about different shortcut method, and finally you may collapse. But don't be scared. There are solutions for every problem. Here, I will give you 5 important tips. If you apply these 5 tips in your life in this coming 2 months, I can assure you that you will come out with more than 90% marks after the board examination. The first tip is that plan your goal. Always we should have some imagination about our future. The goal can be of 2 types. We can have a final goal and an immediate goal. Always the immediate goal will be supporting the final goal to reach at the final destination. Your immediate goal should be to score very good marks. You can say above 95% in all subjects in the coming board examination. So first you plan that goal. Take a strong decision in your mind that in this coming exam, I must score more than 95% in all subjects. Take a strong decision and write down this in a paper and repeat that in your mind whenever you are getting free time. Keep on repeating so that in your subconscious mind always should be activated with the thought that you are going to score above 95% marks in all subjects. So that is the first step. Plan your goals. There should be some aim, there should be some goals before we start working. The second point is that plan your time. You have in front of you this last 2 months remaining, and divide these 2 months approximately according to the availability of free time, and prepare a timetable, give to different subjects according to the difficulty level, and make a proper time plan and stick to the time plan so that you should be able to cover all the topics in all subjects in this coming 2 months. So plan your time is the second step, second tip for overcoming the problem of procrastination. The third step is that plan your resources. So before starting preparation, you should have all the resources needed for the study. So you start procuring the things like you need the textbooks, you need class notes, explanations, and even you must need a minimum 5 years previous question paper with a solution. So having all these things in front of you, then you can start working on that. So the third step is plan your resources. And the fourth step is that plan to fight against distractions. That is very important, especially at this age of adolescence. There are a lot of distractions in the surrounding, from the friend circles, from the social media, from your community, from your family. Many distractions can be there. But you take a strong decision in your mind that I will not be deviated by any of these distractions. I will stick on my timetable, and these 2 months I will be completing all the subjects, and I will be confident enough on the day of board examination. So take a strong decision and to fight against the distractions that can attack you during this coming 2 months. The fifth point is that plan the process. How to plan the process? At this point, most of you find too much difficulty at where to start and when to start. Many students, after many days of procrastination, at the end they will sit in front of the study table and they will start counting the number of pages of physics, number of pages in chemistry. There are 200 pages in physics, more than 200 pages in chemistry, more than 200 conversion reactions, and in mathematics. After counting too much pages and all concepts, you may get faint. It should not happen. Here, how to plan the process? You have to obey the principle of one step. The principle of one step is very important for you. If you apply this principle, I can assure you that you will be overcoming this problem of planning the process. What is principle of one step? I can explain to you the principle of one step with a small story. It is a story of a couple, a husband and a wife. These two people, the husband was a very nervous person, always under tension, and he was working as a clerk in a government office. His wife was just opposite. She was very calm and quiet lady, and she used to help cleaning in an orphanage. She was working as a cleaner in an orphanage. And every day after reaching at office, this husband will start counting the files that he has to go through on that day, and even he will start counting the files remaining for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So he will be always under tension. So he used to work in the office always with the tension and nervousness, and finally he got heart attack and he was hospitalized. The doctors did all kind of tests and they could not find out any reason for his heart attack. The blood pressure was okay, there was no cholesterol level for him, and the ECG was okay. And finally the doctors decided to study about his lifestyle, and they came to know that this person is a man of nervousness. When he works in the office, he is always under tension, and that tension is the reason for his heart attack. And also they studied about that wife also. And finally, after discharging from the hospital, the doctors advised him that after taking rest for 2 weeks, you should go to the orphanage and you see your wife, how she is working. And the nervousness of your nervousness is the reason for your heart attack, and you can avoid this disease if you see the principle of one step that is obeyed by your wife. So, after taking for 2 weeks, after taking rest for 2 weeks, he went to the orphanage. It was nearly the time of half an hour before the lunch break, and he went to the cleaning area, and he could see that time his wife was cleaning plates. Only half an hour remaining for the lunch break. It was an orphanage with a large number of inmates. A large heap of plates was already cleaned, and more than large, a big heap of plates and vessels were remaining uncleaned. In between these two, she was standing and cleaning one plate, very calm and quiet. By seeing this, he got nervousness, he got tension, and he was amazing. He was asking his wife, how it is possible for you? Only a few minutes are remaining, a huge number of plates are remaining unclean. How is it possible for you cleaning the plate very calm and quiet? She replied to him. The reply is very important for you. This reply you have to apply in these coming days. She told him that I am cleaning only one plate at a time. I am cleaning only one plate at a time. Cleaning one plate, it is not a difficult task. So when one plate is in my hand, I am thinking only about that plate. I am cleaning it very well, without any dirt. After making it perfect, I am leaving it on that heap. After that, I am not thinking about that. I am taking the next plate and I am thinking about only the new plate that is in my hand. This you have to apply in these coming days. Suppose you are learning physics. Take the lesson of electrostatics. Think about only electrostatics. That day, that time gap you have given only for physics. Think about only electrostatics. Learn it completely. Make it perfect. Learn all the concepts. Revise all the previous questions. And you also try to ask questions from the same topic. What are the possible questions that can be asked from this topic? Digest the concepts in your brain. So, apply the principle of one step in your study process. When you are learning a particular lesson, think about only that particular lesson. Don't think about the lessons that already you studied, and don't think about the lessons which are remaining. Think about the lesson which is in front of you. Learn it perfectly, make it thorough, then go to the next lesson. Like that, you complete the complete lessons and all subjects. Then it is 100% sure that in the coming board examination, you will score more than 90% marks in all subjects. And also, remember that 5 points. That is, the first one, plan your goals. The second one, plan your time. Make a proper timetable. The third one, plan your resources. The fourth one, plan to fight against distractions. And the fifth one, plan the process. If you follow these steps, then it is sure that in the coming examination, you will be able to score more than 90% marks in all subjects. Thank you for watching this video.